Hi, it's Andrew Fishtail Fisher here from the Jesus Racing team. I just wanted to take a few moments here today to encourage you about being a man of Jesus. Last year was a great year for Jesus Racing. We came fourth out of the 32 cars in the championship, and we spoke to over 30,000 high school students across Australia as part of our Life Choices program. We're going to talk about making courageous decisions and what it means to make a courageous decision. So a courageous decision, in terms of my definition, is a decision that you've actually thought through the consequences of, opposed to a reflex decision or an impulse decision that you just make in the moment. We also spoke to tens of thousands of men and women at breakfasts, dinners, at conferences and at community events just like the Denny Ute Muster. And it couldn't have got off to a better start than round one of last year's championship, where we had a win in our brand new Ford Falcon FG.
Fisher to the right, Ryan Hansford and Ryle Harris in the second row of the grid.
On the final lap, Harris and Fisher were locked in a dogged fight for the lead, with neither willing to give an inch.
Fisher will sweep to the inside, he'll get this done. Fisher's in the mirror, he knows Harris is coming, he needs to cover the inside and he's on it. He's done exactly what he needs to do, and he's done what Harris knew he'd do. He will bring it off the final turn. Andrew Fisher on debut with the FG.
Andrew, what a way to start the season.
But life doesn't always go to plan, does it?
Fisher up the inside of McDonald. They nearly both wins.
As many of you know, we had a win at the Bathurst round this year, but the win was taken off us because of the move that I did at the elbow. Now, many people have told me they think the move was great and the move was on, but I have to disagree. You see, I ran into the side of my fellow competitor and affected his result. It wasn't a deliberate move, but that didn't change the end result. The line between hero and zero can be awfully close. It doesn't matter whether you're racing cars at 250 kilometres an hour, running a business, looking after your family, playing social sport, or just being a man of Jesus. At some stage, we all get it wrong. So as men of Jesus, what can we learn from my experience at Bathurst? Firstly, there's nothing wrong with having a go. Being a man of Jesus doesn't mean that you have to play it safe. Jesus didn't call his disciples, nor us, to live passive lives. You see, I don't regret having a go. I look at David Reynolds and what happened at Bathurst last year in the Bathurst 1000, and he'll always wonder whether or not he should have had a go at Jamie Whincup. You see, he played it safe.
David Reynolds going for his first ever V8 supercar win.
This is on. Dave Reynolds right behind Whincup. He's actually a threat now.
This is it. Go for break time for Reynolds.
Got to fire it down the inside at Forest Elbow. Just fire it down there. Come on, Davey, win it or bin it.
Today, Jamie Whincup joins the greats. He gets his fourth. Paul Dungrell gets his first.
Secondly, if you have a go, you're going to stuff it up at some point in time. Jesus handpicked his disciples, yet they still make mistakes. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but you can't navigate life by looking in the rear vision mirror. Thirdly, don't base your response on the opinions of others. They may also be wrong. Almost everybody I've spoken to have thought that the move was on that I did at Bathurst. If you're a man of Jesus, then look to him as your reference point for what is right and wrong. Fourthly, don't hide from the truth. Look at your actions and accept responsibility. Fifthly, have the integrity to apologise, even if it's a close call. After the race, I went straight up to Macca, my fellow competitor, and said to him that I was happy if he wanted to put in a complaint if he felt that the move was too rough. Sixthly, always be gracious, whether in winning or in losing. I was the first person to pick up the phone and call Macca and congratulate him on the win after the officials had handed it to him. Finally, learn from your mistakes. Don't just keep repeating them. Jesus forgave people their sins, but he also said, go away and sin no more. As you face 2013, can I challenge you to be men of Jesus? May we be men whose actions are defined by our beliefs. Men who are willing to look beyond themselves. Men who live by the fruits of the Spirit, of love, of joy, of peace, of patience, of kindness, of goodness, of gentleness, and of self-control. So that we may be the very fragrance of Christ to the unbelievers, as we're called to be in 2 Corinthians 2:15. It's been great to share some thoughts that I've had on being a man of Jesus, but may I also continue to encourage you in 2013 to go hard in following Jesus.
It'll be Fisher up the inside of McDonald.
They nearly both went. Final turn, Jesus Ford picks up the win.
A hero's gonna save me just in time.